My mom, my sister, and I were sitting in the living room, and she asked us, when we were done with high school, what we wanted to study. And so my sister said she wanted to study architecture. I said I wanted to be a sculptor, which is like something art related. And the two of them just burst into laughter, like, oh, what are you gonna do with that? How are you being African, they don't see art as something you can live off of. They were like, oh, how are you gonna survive? Where are you gonna get your money? You're gonna be a starving artist. And then, funny enough, look at me now. My name is Hadiza. I live in St. John's, Newfoundland, and I'm a multidisciplinary artist. Ankara is a fabric type that is very synonymous with West African, identity. There's also like lots of symbolism in it. And so being from the Yoruba tribe, beads also have like a significance for us. It's, like the kings, like their crowns and stuff are usually made from beads as well. And so I kind of wanted to merge those two, parts of myself, being from West Africa and also being from the Yoruba tribe, to create these kind of tactile beaded panels of Ankara fabric. This work is kind of taking me back to material memory, because being an immigrant, you're physically removed from the culture you grew up with. And so that's kind of my way of staying connected to it, because like I said before, you grew up in it. So like coming here and seeing so little of it is like, your brain is like trying to understand like that shift. And so to make that shift easier, to like kind of ease myself into it, I'm kind of bringing it back into my life through my art. I make art for the Black community. They see your trauma, or they see the stereotypes that, have been going around for so many years now. But there's also all our resilience and all that trauma. Where's the Black joy? The stories that have been untold, where's all that as well? And so bringing that fullness into the Black experience is what I try to do with my practice and why I make art. For the portraits you see behind me, I was inspired by Renaissance portraiture. Being in the visual arts program and studying art history, we didn't really, from the courses we took, we didn't really see Black people shown in, that fullness of the Black life and the fullness of the Black experience. It was always through trauma and, the stereotypes that we all know today. And so I kind of wanted to kind of subvert the Renaissance, the golden age of portraiture. I tried to give power back to my friends and as models to determine how they wanted to be represented, because people usually impose, their beliefs or their, thoughts of what they think a Black person is. And so giving power back to them is, allowing them to show that, oh, in fact, we are like this, or in fact, we are like that. We aren't just what you think we are. I took my practice in the direction I did because, from studying visual arts at the Grenfell campus, I didn't really see art that kind of reflected me or like my experiences, my life, my culture and stuff like that. So I wanted to keep myself connected to my culture, but also bring that to the forefront and like kind of share that with other people, and also in terms of representation, having other people see themselves in the art that is being created.